Weather for Weather Geeks time. It is the edition for Wednesday. It is March the 29th. We're almost done with the month of March. April begins on Saturday. And let's start out this evening with a little bit of a review of March so far, and the numbers are really interesting. Of course, we were running big deficits earlier on this month. In other words, we were way below average for a long time because look how cold it was during that stretch from the 10th through the 19th. But of course, we've turned the corner lately. We've strung together 6 consecutive above-average days, including today. And that means that our deficit now is only 0.2 degrees below average, and we're still, despite the recent warmth, we're still 2.5 degrees warmer than February. And it's a certainty that March is going to go into the record books as a colder month than February this time. That doesn't happen very often, every now and then, but it is kind of a rarity. So the numbers are certainly interesting so far in 2017. A warm January, a very warm February, and then March, much closer to average and actually colder than the month of February. All right, this evening we have some high clouds pushing in after a beautiful day today. The sun was shining for just about the entire day. Now we have these cirrus clouds pushing in right around sunset when I recorded this. Looking off to the west, big low pressure system. This is the one that's been producing the severe weather in parts of Texas and the Plains states. It's shifting east, and the severe weather threat has shifted now into Missouri, Arkansas, southeast Texas, and parts of Louisiana. This is the storm that's going to produce some unsettled weather for us at the end of the week. Now, we're hoping the clouds stay thin enough that you'll be able to check out the space station this evening, not long after this video goes online. At about 8:15, International Space Station flies overhead. 6 minutes, it'll be visible in the sky. Maximum elevation about 56 degrees. Now, a way to kind of remember how that works is the ground that we stand on is 0 degrees. Right above your head is 90 degrees, so this is a little over halfway up in the sky. Appears in the southwest sky and disappears in the east-northeast. Now remember, the space station does not blink. If you see something blinking up there, it's a plane. But the thing that's zipping across pretty fast looks like a fast-moving star. It doesn't blink. And that's the space station. There are human beings on there. The kids always enjoy that. So if you have a kid who's really into science or the weather or both, or you'd like them to be, I always encourage parents to go out and show them the space station flying overhead. Again, depending on the clouds this evening, you might be able to see it. All right, the clouds continue to thicken up overnight. Now, tomorrow's not a rainy day, and it won't be raining first thing in the morning, but I think as we head towards lunchtime, there'll be a shower around, and there'll be a shower here and there through the afternoon, but it's not going to rain the entire day. It's going to be a cooler day tomorrow. We'll probably stay in the 40s all day. Actually, the warmest part of the whole 24-hour period might be tomorrow night. Daylight hours, I think we're stuck in the 40s tomorrow before the warm front arrives. Showers then continue for Thursday night into Friday. In fact, it's just going to rain. Flat old rain. Just consistent rain for at least a handful of hours, late Thursday night into Friday morning. Some of it could be locally heavy. Could be a thunderstorm. Friday is not a very nice day. Now, temperatures might spike into the mid-50s, but it's going to be a cloudy day. It's going to rain a few times. You're not going to see the sun Friday. And actually, it looks like the weekend's going to start out pretty cloudy as well. A lot of stratus clouds around behind this Saturday morning. There could be some drizzle coming out of these clouds. And it may take until at least the first part of the afternoon before we see any appreciable sunshine on Saturday. Backing up and talking about our rain chances hour by hour on Thursday, it kind of looks like this. I have the highest odds early in the afternoon, but notice they're not that high. This is hit or miss stuff. For midday, first part of the afternoon, they actually lower again towards evening before then going way up to 100% in fact, for tomorrow night and Friday morning. Don't forget, you can always check out the hourly forecast, including rain chances on the Storm Tracker 21 app. And this will be more rain than our last rainmaker. The RPM model in the green is showing up to 2 inches. That's probably a little overcooked, but I like what the European and the GFS and the purple and red lines there have. An inch to maybe an inch and a quarter. I think that's pretty reasonable for rain totals with this next system coming through. So pretty good drink of water. All right, let's finish up tonight taking a look at the longer range. This is the 8 to 14 day outlook. I think what's going to happen at the end of next week is we're going to have a couple of days of pretty chilly weather at the end of next week, so right around the 6th, 7th, 8th of the month. We could have a day or two where we stay in the 40s. Yeah, it's pretty chilly for April. But beyond that, the air mass will moderate. I think it looks like a warm period across the middle of the country, and those warmer anomalies for the 8 to 14 day period might approach the Ohio Valley, but I think generally speaking, it's not a super warm pattern for that second week of April. It just won't be as cold as the end of next week for the entire 8 to 14 day period. In other words, this 8 to 14 day period will start chilly, end warmer. It'll kind of come out in the wash as near average when you look at the 8 to 14 day period as a whole. So we're going to have some ups and downs. This is an up and down pattern for the next week to 10 days. Colder tomorrow, warmer Friday, colder Saturday, warmer Sunday, warm early next week, colder again at the end of next week. Hey, this is spring in Northeast Ohio and Western PA. This is pretty much par for the course. So we have a lot of back and forth at this time of the year. Thank you for watching tonight's edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 11. And look for more Weather Geeks back here, same time, same place, Thursday evening.